Hey everyone, this video is something I've been wanting to do for so long. I really want to share some tips and tricks and products that I've used during my postpartum journey. I had my daughter Layla on November 23rd, 2021. Today is February 16th, so she is almost 3 months, and I think I had a pretty smooth postpartum journey. I really didn't know what to expect as this was my first child. I was really scared, first of the birthing process, but then second, the postpartum. I was so scared. But I have some things I really want to share with you that you might enjoy, especially because we're still in this pandemic and every day I'm seeing new pregnancy announcements and new babies being born. So I really want to get this video out as soon as possible. Stay tuned if you want to find out this information. There are a few products that I do not have pictured here, but I will mention them in this video. But I would say these are my staple products, and even in these there are a couple that are more crucial, vital to me than other ones, and I will explain. But I really wanted to keep this simple because nobody really wants to purchase 15,000 products because you don't know what to expect. I'm gonna keep it real and let y'all know which ones I feel like you really need, which ones you probably could do without, things I wish I would have had, things I wish I would have known beforehand. But here we go. On my baby registry, I had some products from Freedom Mom, and one of them was the perennial bottle, which has a nozzle that kind of goes upward, so you don't have to worry about kind of targeting the water in that direction down there. I did not end up receiving it as a gift, and I did not go and purchase it, but I tell y'all, the hospital bottle that was provided to me, this cleansing bottle, really sufficed. It did everything I needed it to do. I didn't feel the need to go get a bottle by Freedom Mom or any of the other brands. So I just wanted to share that just in case you were wondering. The Freedom Mom bottle, very well, maybe easier to use, but this honestly was all I needed. I started using this bottle the day I gave birth. Every time I would use the bathroom, I would use it. Instead of wiping, they say they really did not want you to wipe because I did have a couple stitches. Thankfully, I did not really have tearing. I just had a little bit of kind of superficial, kind of around, I believe, the labia, not even really the perineal area. Thank God. Thank God. I was so scared that I was going to tear to my butt, but I didn't. Thank God, okay? So what I would do is, I'm be open and honest. When I would use the bathroom, I would always have the bottle filled with water. I think in the beginning, I pretty much used kind of room temperature to warm water. I think I preferred it more than cool, but honestly, you can use whatever kind of water you want, whether you like cold water better. It might be more soothing, so do whatever makes you feel happy. Again, every time I would go to use the bathroom, I would have the water filled already. Like, I would go into the bathroom, I would fill up my water bottle, sit down, have that by the toilet. If you're in the hospital, typically they have a railing right there. I would just have that bottle sitting there, ready to go. I just used the bottle. I held it in my hand and just proceeded to squirt the water in the kind of up direction. I would hold it down and just up into my vaginal area until I felt clean and put it down. So I just want to say, if you don't have a perennial bottle, don't feel scared. This worked perfectly for me, okay? All right. And so I would say I use just strictly water for the first couple days. I was really scared to use anything else. I didn't want anything to burn or irritate me. So I just use water. And that's it. That's it. Just water. Okay? Just water. And I was perfectly fine. I did want to touch on some things that I experienced in my postpartum journey, like in the first couple of days. And all I was experiencing was bleeding and discharge. When I say discharge, it's just like, in addition to the bleeding, what I would see on my pad was just not your average discharge on like a regular basis. It's more this, I think, remaining things from amniotic sac and all that. It's really nothing scary. I did not experience any significant odor. I will say there is an odor that comes with just recently giving birth, but it smells like you just had a baby. And that's the best way I can explain it. When I would smell my baby, Layla, she didn't stink or anything. She just had a new baby smell, which people would associate as being clean and everything. But it's so weird. The discharge I had, like when I was bleeding and stuff, it just smelled like I had a baby. And that's the only way I can explain it, because after a couple weeks, you don't smell it anymore. And it's not, again, your average discharge smell. To me, it wasn't extra funky. I've heard that people say it smells terrible and whatever, but that was not my experience. I don't know if I'm the only one that can attest to that. I really can't explain it, but sorry. Moving on, I am a person that really used things that was provided to me by the hospital. I gave birth at the University of Maryland, Baltimore location. The hospital downtown, shock trauma. That is where, okay, I was not in shock trauma, but at that hospital is where I gave birth. I was given the cleansing bottle. I was given extra large pads upon request, as well as just giving me some up front. I was given smaller pads. When I went to the mom and baby unit, there was kind of like a care package that was on my windowsill. It kind of had an equivalent to like an overnight pad that you could get from Always or something, kind of that size pad in the basket. It was probably maybe 5 or so of those. It was like 2 of the extra large pads that I was given right after I gave birth. There was perennial wipes and pads for my bed, just like any other pad you would have in a hospital for your bed. And I used all those to the fullest. I would say in the first couple days, I stuck to the bigger pads. I didn't even touch the ones that were like the overnight ones. I was using like the extra large and charge pads that the hospital was giving me. And not because I necessarily was bleeding a lot, because I really wasn't. I was bleeding kind of like your average period. For me, I kind of had heavier periods, but it wasn't any more than that. And honestly, I wasn't even bleeding very hard. Like sometimes my periods would be in the past. So nothing to really be scared about. Every time I was getting checked in the hospital, I was not having excessive bleeding. I honestly did not have any real discomfort. I was not taking any pain medication while I was in the hospital. I did go home with, I believe, ibuprofen and something else. And I did not take them till I got home. And it wasn't because I was terribly in pain. I just did have a little discomfort because I was moving around a lot more, picking up the baby. I had a little bit of back pain. I did have an epidural, which I would like to touch on in another video, but I was just having a little discomfort, nothing that was unmanageable. So I just took the pills every now and then. And it wasn't like every 4 hours. It might have been like twice a day. So yeah, was not in a lot of discomfort at all, thank God. There is a possibility that I did not have a lot of discomfort because I started using this Dermaplast pain, burn, and itch spray. It says hospital strength. I started using that maybe my second day postpartum, or maybe the day I went home from the hospital. Again, I was kind of scared to use anything right away, but I said I would try it because somebody recommended me this product. Bria, if you're watching the video, thank you so much. She sent me this recommendation probably a week or two before I gave birth. So I purchased 2 of them on Amazon. And what I would do is, after I would use the bathroom and use the spray bottle, and was a little bit drier. I wasn't like dripping wet, but I would spray it, hold it however many inches away, spray in the direction of my vaginal area for just maybe like 2 seconds or so, and then just pull up my hospital underwear and kept it going. I forgot to mention some of the other things that were given to me by the hospital was disposable, kind of like stretchy postpartum underwear. I used those up until I left the hospital. I stocked up on them before I left the hospital. I stocked up on some pads before I left the hospital. So I recommend doing that. Take whatever the hospital gives you and go home with extra. And one of the reasons I was using the bigger pads was because I really did not want to get out the bed every 2 seconds. Because I was self-conscious. I was really self-conscious because I didn't know how much I was going to be bleeding. But every time I got up to go to the bathroom, it was never as much blood as I expected it to be. But I just felt more comfortable, confident in the extra large pads I was giving. I didn't start using the overnight size pads until I got home, which was a couple more days postpartum. I did bleed for about 2 weeks, about 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. And then my postpartum bleeding stopped. For me, the Dermaplast spray, it just caused me to really not have any pain. Granted, I was not in a lot of pain initially. I think it just kind of kept me at a constant. It gives almost like a cooling sensation. What does it say? It says, provides fast pain relief, cools and comforts, and it's soothing aloe and lanolin. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. It says, relieves pain from minor cuts, scrapes, burns, sunburn, bug bites. But for me, it was safe to use down there. Yes. I wanted to talk about this EpiFoam that was given to me by my hospital. This was like a prescription. So this, I believe, you cannot get just over the counter. But it is a topical aerosol. It says hydrocortisone acetate 1% and pramoxine hydrochloride 1%. There y'all go. And I think I used it once, maybe twice after I got home. I don't know if it helped. Not really sure. I don't know. Because I was more consistent with the Dermaplast and I felt like it worked better. I don't know. This very well might work. I don't know. But I just wanted to say that it is something I did use. So, yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to mention it because it is one thing I used once or twice. So this right here is the Freedom Mom postpartum boxers. They are disposable. I started using them after I came home from the hospital and used up all of the maternity underwear that the hospital gave me. And yes, I love them. I would say these are thicker, a little bit more durable, hefty than the ones that were given to me by the hospital, which is to be expected. I'm sure they are more expensive as well. But honestly, these are the last ones I had left. These were the only pair I did not use. They, I say, are more durable because the ones I got from the hospital were like almost like a thick stocking cap material where it's like if you wore them for long enough, you might get a run in them. These, you're not going to get any tearing. Like, they stretch. They have amazing stretch, but yet go back in place. I would say they're not easily visible under clothes, which I appreciate. They're kind of discreet, but honestly, I wasn't going nowhere, so that was not a thing for me, and I enjoyed them. I would recommend giving them a try. I want to reiterate that I really only used water for a good while. Even after I came home, I was still really only using water, and then I started using my Yoni products again. I believe I used the Gentle Yoni Wash by Amorphia first. Amorphia has a regular Yoni Wash that has a strong cooling sensation, and I really wanted to avoid that in my early stages of postpartum. This one has maybe a slight cooling sensation, but it's very, very mild, hence the gentle title of the Yoni Wash. This Yoni Wash contains sodium hydroxide, coconut oil, glycerin, tea tree oil, aloe vera, peppermint oil, and lavender oil. It has a mild, gentle smell. I think it's kind of sweet, but you can definitely pick up on a little bit of the lavender and maybe a slight peppermint aroma. So I used this a couple times, but I really was waiting for my Ziontique Healing Moringa Yoni Wash to come in the mail. And I'm so glad I ordered two because I fell in love with it again. I had used this like over a year ago, close to 2 years ago, for my face, body, and yoni. I feel like since giving birth, my yoni has just reset. Like, I have honestly not had any issues, no odor, no yeast infections, no BV, nothing. I've had a total reset, so I'm really appreciating the Healing Moringa Wash. It does not have a cooling sensation. It just feels so healing. You feel clean. It's not a strong smell, but you still smell good. I love that I can use this for my face, body, hair. It's multi-use, but works so good for my yoni. And I just feel super healed. And I'm not just saying that because it's called Healing Moringa Wash. I just appreciate this product so much more since giving birth. Like, it's amazing. So my first bottle is gone. This is my second bottle, and I just purchased 2 more. That's how you know I plan on using this for my yoni for a good long while. I'm thoroughly satisfied. So ladies, if you're looking for a yoni wash, if you're not familiar with what that is, it is a feminine wash for your vagina. I use yoni washes like daily. I've been using them for about 2 years, natural ones, and you just can't go wrong. But if you're looking for a great postpartum product, this is the one, okay? Go get it and tell them I sent you, okay? I need to be sponsored, okay? Okay. The ingredients are lang lang, rosemary, basil, apple cider vinegar, and moringa leaf powder. So this is a product that is going to help you stay clean. What it states is it restores pH, fights odor, naturally lubricates, fights bacteria that may cause BV and yeast. This is 8 ounces. But y'all, not only do you feel clean, not only are you balanced, it has the same effects as the other yoni products like Salt XO, Goddess of the Sea, Amorphia, where you stay dry when you're supposed to stay dry. You stay moist when you're supposed to stay moist. It gives you stimulation as well as balance. Okay? Okay? You can't lose. Okay? Especially because you can use this all over. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. I have more videos coming for y'all, but with a new baby, it's hard to get some of this content out that I really want to put out. But please share my videos with somebody who may be expecting, because I feel like they could really use this. Please just share my videos with anybody, okay? And let me know if you use some of the products, because I love feedback. I love to know that I'm not the only one that loves these products and really uses them. Support Black-owned businesses. Ziontique is a Black-owned business. Omorphia is a Black-owned business. So yes, okay, support them. And also, please let me know if it's some content you want me to talk about, being a new mother or anything. I do have some stuff I have planned out, but I'm sure y'all have ideas that I've not even thought about yet. Please let me know, okay? Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all.